Hi guys, my name's Rick Shields down here at Trafford Golf Centre in Manchester, and today we're going to be putting a longest drive test between the TaylorMade Jetspeed, so a pretty decent driver, the ones that I've hit it in the past, you can check out my review for that, and the Callaway X2 Hot Pro. I've just tried the X2 Hots, and this one out of the two I was hitting the furthest. Not quite as consistent, but definitely the furthest, so for a head-to-head longest drive competition, it's this one that I've gone for out of the two. So guys, I've got these in the specs that I feel like I hit these two golf clubs in the best. So not in the same lofts anymore, because obviously there's so much kind of talk at the moment about centre of gravity moving in golf clubs. I've got these two golf clubs set in the lofts that I hit these two golf clubs in best. So I've got the TaylorMade Jetspeed. This is 10.5, but I've actually lofted it up a degree. So this is 11.5 degrees of loft on this. It's the standard stiff matrix shaft, so pretty standard shaft. And in the Callaway X2 Hot Pro, I've got this in 10.5 degrees of loft, because this again is how I hit this golf club the best. It's not claiming to have such a forward loft position, a forward centre of gravity position, so I can't have these two golf clubs in the same loft and compare them. I've got them in the same loft, the loft that I hit these two golf clubs in the best, so the ones that perform best for me. I've also got this in the standard stiff flex, so this is the Tour version, this is the Pro version, so it has got a slightly higher spec shaft. But again, these two golf clubs are in direct competition with each other, about the same price. So these two golf clubs will be a fantastic test today to see how far these are going. The test of these two is going to challenge in the final against the Night Covert and the Ping I-25. If you've not seen that video yet, go and click in this link and you can find that out, see who wins that one. And that's going to be the winner against these two on the next video. Let's give it a go. I'm going to go TaylorMade SLDR, the old driver, the one that's been out all of 6 months. So we're going to go, not even that, has it? It's probably been out 4 months. Like I said, I'm hitting real golf balls on GC2, very closed data, so very good, consistent numbers that we should be getting from this. It doesn't matter about the conditions or anything else like that. This is super consistent and closed data. So like I said, I've got this higher loft than I would normally like to see a driver, but with all their lofting up campaigns at the moment because of low centre of gravity, I do agree that lofting these golf clubs up, the SLDR and the Jetspeed, is a really important thing to do. Not so much with your normal clubs, but certainly these two golf clubs. High launch, low spin and all that. So, love the shape of the head. I do feel like this is much more like the TaylorMade burner that they brought out of many years ago now. One of my most favourite drivers I've ever hit. Let's give it a crack. Oh, that felt good. That has gone high though. To me, that looked like it went very, very, very high. It's launched at 14 degrees and it's gone a carry distance of 282 yards. So a pretty solid start for the TaylorMade Jetspeed. That's a pretty decent hit. Spun at 2,650, so not a bad spin rate neither. Okay, let's go Callaway X2 Hot Pro. Like I said, this is the one that I hit best out of the two X2 Hots earlier on. So it's the one that's going to be the challenger, the one that's flying the flag for the Callaways. Not a bad start. I don't feel like I middle that. And like I said in the review of this golf club, if you don't quite middle it, it doesn't go quite as far, and it's shown on the numbers there, 266 yards of carry distance. Like I say, it's just not that forgiving, but when it is hit out in the middle, it flies. It really does. Right, so TaylorMade Jetspeed. It's not over yet, but there's a big gap that's just broken out after that first shot. This is definitely an easier golf club to hit. It just looks like it's gone into orbit, but I do think that's more perception that it's just gone up quickly. Oh, interestingly, that's not gone as far, 268. That's actually spun quite high for this low spinning golf club, and I felt like I hit that pretty well. That spun over 3,000, 3,300. So it's definitely just opened the window for this Callaway X2 Hot to get back in. This has got to be a biggie though. It's got to be getting in the 280s with this. Oh, that felt solid. That did feel solid. 270 carry distance. I thought it was going to be a little bit more, but 270 carry distance, again, just slightly too high on the spin. Just a fraction there, but at least they're both doing the same thing. Okay, we've got one more shot, each of the two to go. I think if Jetspeed puts a big one down there, it's going to be very tricky for the Callaway X2 Hot to catch up. If this puts a 280, 290 one down there, oh, it felt good. It felt big. 278, that's not a bad hit at all. So that's gone. 14-degree launch, 2,700 spin, so pretty good. Not bad at all. 2,400 spin, sorry, not 2,700. Right, one more throw at the dice for the Callaway X2 Hot Pro. One more throw at the dice. This has got to be a big one. I'm not going to try any different on this. I'm going to hit these just as well as I have done all the other shots. If this connects, I know this can go far if connected well. That felt very good. It did, it felt right in the middle of the meat. It's a 276 carry distance. I thought it was going to go a little bit further than that. Again, there must be an inner sweet spot on this, because when I hit it in the review, I got it 288 going out there, but not bad at all. So let's have a look at some of the figures up on screen. This is going to be a close matchup. I don't know which one's actually won yet. Both didn't particularly perform at their best, but that's the longest drive champion. That's the longest drive competition. It's got to be consistency and longest. So let's throw the data up on screen. And starting off with the TaylorMade Jetspeed. So we've got a average ball speed of 165, that's fast. You know, I'm knowing about 161, 162, so 165 is fast. Launch angle 14 degrees, average spin 2,800, and carry distance, average carry distance was 276 yards. So not bad, you know, longer than I would normally hit it with my own equipment. So a pretty decent hit, 276. The best golf shot I had was 282. Let's now try the Callaway X2 Hot. So the ball speed was a little bit down, 2 miles per hour down. Launch angle was a little bit less, 12.7, but again, you don't have to launch this golf club as much because the centre of gravity is not as far forward. Spun rate a little bit high, just a tiny bit too high. And again, I think that the forgiveness level of this golf club just doesn't quite cut it. I do still feel like I made the right decision on choosing this one instead of the X2 Hot. And the carry distance was 271. So there was 5 yards in it. 5 yards between the two. There wasn't much there at all. But guys, today, the victor, the winner, was the TaylorMade Jetspeed driver. So Callaway's just been picked out there from the Jetspeed, but again, fair comparison, real golf balls, GC2, me hitting it like I would do normally, and the Jetspeed has managed to get that. If you've not seen the other review, do check that out in the window before the other challenge match, was the Nike Tour Covert Tour 2.0 against the Ping i25, and the winner of that will be going against the Jetspeed, the TaylorMade Jetspeed, in my next video, so do check out my channel for that. Please do also subscribe and click on the link below, and check me out on Facebook and Twitter. I would really appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching, and that was the Jetspeed just pipping the Callaway X2 Hot. Thanks for watching.